Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing update for you guys today. So every week, we give you guys a weekly update, a weekend update. This is the weekend update. We had a tremendous week, tremendous 2 weeks, really. It's been absolutely insane. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about potentially, what Black Friday can do to the crypto markets. We're up a lot, so let's be smart about this. Polygon and AVAX being copycats or what we have going over here in Ordinals. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Crypto came out with a video. Could that be a top signal? We're going to talk about that. We got so much more. We're going to go over all the market caps. Yagobi puts out every single day. He puts out on Twitter or X the market caps of each token. And I think instead of looking at prices, we look at market caps, but we're definitely gonna look at the prices as well. We got a great show for you guys today, so let's get it started. Without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What is up? What is up? What is up?
Incredible week, incredible weekend. It was just absolutely amazing top off to really what's going on.
Yeah. It's been exciting, throughout the whole time. It has pulled back some. It's not, you're not seeing those huge increases anymore. You are seeing some pullbacks, but not like it hasn't like dumped everywhere yet, right? So we don't know how that's gonna look. But man, like you have some stuff that's pulled back and some stuff that's actually still marching forward, like the frogs, right? I mean, I think I saw them at like 0.16 this morning. Or was it 0.16? Yeah,
1.6?
like that.
Yeah, it was 0.16. I was like, wow, I saw that, man. That was incredible.
Yeah.
But I just want to get into something really quick before we think. So Crypto came out with a video today, and it basically was saying Ordi is his number one token, and NFTs on NFTs on Bitcoin, which we call them ordinals, are doing really well and stuff like that. To me, when these guys, when Banter, when George, when start talking about something that they have not talked about, it's normally a top signal. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think it's still I still think it's a net positive though.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, to answer your question, yes, but I think that this is starting to this is the first clear signal that the overall crypto space is starting to realize that, hey, this next focus is going to be on Bitcoin ecosystem development.
Yep.
And so I like it, even though if it might cause a local pullback, a pullback in the ordinal, space.
Yeah.
But that's just my 2 cents on it. I like that they're talking about it. It was Crypto Rover's been talking about it, which he's like this young dude that worked at McDonald's. He kept like posting pictures of that. Do you know him? He's on Twitter. Yeah, young dude from like UK, and he was like, "This is where I used to work." It was like pictures of him in McDonald's hat. But some of his takes are so bad, man. I used to clown him or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so he was talking about ordinals, and he's got this, and he has over 200,000 followers and other people, so it's happening.
Yeah, the guys are starting to talk about it. But
what about you?
Man, I've been yelling top signal to myself for a little while, and now I'm going to yell it publicly. I definitely think that that something like that is a top signal. And I said it before. So what got me was when in the last hype of BRC20s and ordinals was when Jack Levin, who was promoting VMPX at the time, went on Crypto Banter. And to me, it was like 2 days after that, the market went to shit.
Yeah.
Right. So it was one of those things where that was, to me, that was the
different time though. Different time.
Yeah, but same, but different. Right. It feels the same as it did then. Obviously we're bigger now. Closer, but a lot of people have made a lot of money, right? When do they feel like it's time to take some profits? And potentially, if there's not enough buyers as there is sellers, you could see prices just drop and drop and drop and drop because, if there's no buyers and people want to get out, they're going to keep dropping the price lower and lower, especially in this NFT thing that we live in right now because the swap's not available to everyone.
Yeah, and you have to think about it too. Like, has the profit from the run up of Bitcoin to 30, near 38, has that been exhausted? Right. And if that's been exhausted, then you're right. Then that's that pullback in This could be one of the tells there.
Even so, let's just say Bitcoin shoots to 42. I still think ordinals are going to dip because then,
Very temporarily if that happens though. And then there'll be another run up like delayed from the 42 top,
yep.
in my opinion. So if it does go up to 42 and then Black Friday comes and we pull back down to like 34, there's still a certain percentage that made that money to 42. And they will probably deploy some of it into, because then we have December, right? And then will just be like, okay, everybody's focused on holidays, family and stuff, but at the same time, they have this in the back of their head, crypto Santa, right? Like Santa time. So towards the end of the year, it should pump back up.
Well, I think January is going to be insane for us over here in Ordinals. I'm very bullish for January, but from today into the second week of December, I'm feeling a little bearish.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I think that's a good take.
Yeah,
I'm probably on that same.
For me in general, like the next couple of weeks, like we're getting ready for Christmas. Like my wife's already telling me to get the tree out the garage. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's my favorite thing to
do. It's one of those things where it's just like, and then my focus is going to go to buying the kids presents and.
Oh, I thought I was going to say buying the crypto.
Well, buying the crypto too. But the second week of December, it definitely focuses back on that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Just wanted to put that out there, and just so I want everyone to be aware of their surroundings and what's going on outside of our little hole that we call Ordinals. But yeah, getting something more fun. So congratulations, Block. Congratulations, buddy. This is a project that he put out. He's been talking about it since I want to say June is the first time I heard about it, or maybe July. And it's just congratulations, man. Yeah, we're so proud of you here at Ordinal Revolution. We're so proud of everything that you've accomplished and so many great calls that you've made for us. And this is just a hint at how big Block is going to be.
Yeah. So I'm pulling up the screen right now, as the audience can see. So the Matrix phone is a unique situation. So it's a non-fungible BRC20. It was an emoji that was created through JSON text, right? So that's the ticker. Not any of. I feel like none of the non-fungibles has like super taken off yet, and I think it's because there's just not a lot of education on it. But Block is definitely one of those guys that we talk about because he's in our community on Twitter. And so he's an outside the box kind of guy, right? So seems like he has some really cool plans about this. If you're not following him, follow him on Chain Racing Club in Twitter. And so there's 23,303 total supplies of these, right? So pretty small supply. I don't know if I heard a rumor that they're trying to get this integrated into the Unisat swap, but I haven't heard any official things about that. So that's just like hearsay. But if they were to be able to get it into the swap, I think what they're trying to do is, create LP and then eventually staking. 949 holders, not bad. Almost 1,000 for 21,000 total supply, so not bad there. But yeah, it deployed in May 10th, and it just minted out late last night. So slow mint, but that's good. That's how you build up the holder counts.
Yep, 100%.
So
and so and obviously we don't know exactly what Block plans to do with these, but there's rumors of potential things that could really be special for this. So I'll definitely want to have him on it so he can talk about that. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. And it is pretty cool because it's the play off of the Matrix movie, right? Like there is no phone. I hear that a lot in the chat groups. There is no phone. Yeah.
Let's get into something here that you've been working on for the last couple of weeks. This is absolutely amazing. Where did you get the concept of doing this? And it's been such a huge thing for people. Like even me, I'm getting stuff. I'm getting stuff from people saying, "Yo, what Yagobi is putting out is amazing." Where'd you get the idea for this? And like you keep adding coins every day. How much time does this take you?
Yeah, so here, let me share this as well. So the idea came from just honestly, the energy of the BRC20 markets, and they're not being an easy one-stop shop to see, like, the tokens that have momentum, right?
Yeah.
And it's very simple. I use I've mentioned it before, the Kraken Satoshi to USD calculator to calculate the huge supply tokens, and then I use a market cap calculator from coinguides.org, and I use Unisat to get the floor price, right? And I calculate the market caps based off all that. So what I do is I have two categories here. I do this every day, and I try to get as close as I can to the same range, but obviously sometimes life happens. So I might be off an hour to 3 hours, but I have two categories: the OG tokens, which are tokens that have been here for a while. They were here during that first pump, and they've reemerged into the market in terms of increased their market cap. I just do a easy plus minus percentage based off of the previous day's post data, and then a little cool emoji here that shows kind of like, what the expression of how that percentage looks.
To me, that's the best part. I can kind of do a quick glance and
like,
see
ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like VMPX been sleeping like a literal vampire. He's been like, there's 1, 2, 3, and I try, like, I'll stop at 4 Z's, but this was like 4 days in a row that it had no movement, and because I'm not gonna just keep going down, like, but yeah, so for me, I kind of look at this and I say, like, for example, OXBT, look, it was at $4 million market cap, and it was sleeping for 3 days straight, and it bumped up 50%. So, kind of catching on fire there. For me, because of that I probably personally, I'm not going to buy into this right now. Right. But if it was the cold signal and it was down 50%, I would, just because of the way that OXBT swings. Right.
Yeah.
If I'm a swing trader. So it's just data. It's a data dump every day just to kind of show, how using my simple method there, how these tokens are kind of ranging back and forth on a day-to-day.
Yeah.
So man, you can see rats, man. Rats being cold is $80 million market cap. And that's being cold because it was at 88 the day before. So it's like, rats is cold, but it's still $80 million market cap. Which is
how amazing of a story was Rats, you know what I mean? Like, it was one of those things, it was faded by most, and I loved it. Like, once I read that it's the first, the first thing or whatever, the first Chinese zodiac sign, and China runs our markets no matter if we like it or not, they do. And I just knew it. Once I read that, I knew that this was going up, and I recently took profits on this. Don't follow my lead. I lose money. I'm probably going to lose money on this. I took profits way too early on sats. And so it's just one of those things where I felt like I was happy with the gains. And if there's a dip on it, I'll probably end up buying it. But right now, like, it's just been an absolutely amazing time.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of energy. And so one other thing too, if there's a new token that I've added, sometimes I add a new OG token because it's starting to get momentum again. I'll add it in here, and I always put new in a parentheses. So I won't have that plus or minus until the next day. But that's pretty much it, man. And you can follow me at Yagobi Verse. And I think we're gonna start doing something cool for the show account in terms of the Magic Eden for the Ordinals top 10, probably. I don't know, no promises, but that's something that we're looking to do, because at the end of the day, all we want to do is make things easier for you to research. So
it could be something we do on the website too. That might be a good idea as well. Well, just ideas. We kind of went over this already, but the Black Friday is next week. It's usually a down part of the markets every year. I'm actually planning for that. That's something that's always been on my calendar, not for shopping reasons. So
it's just a trend, right? Like almost every year, no matter if it's a pre-halving year or what, it just seems to be a trend. And but that doesn't mean like doom and gloom forever, but and this is just, maybe it's different this year. We don't know.
I mean, we need a pullback. Like, you can't go up in a straight line. You can't do it. It's not healthy. It's not good. It's not anything that we should, be hoping for.
Yeah, I agree.
We should be hoping for a little bit of pullback.
A healthy pullback. Yeah, 100%.
Kind of weed out like kind of the people who came in the last couple of days, and we were buying in September and August, so we deserved these pumps, But the people that came in like last week, that's sad, but they're the people that hopefully they learn not to be buying tops, and I hope it's not the top though. I hope it goes up more, but it's
And
just, I still have
you're
bags.
saying local top.
Local top,
Yeah.
yearly top as well.
Well, yeah,
But
because we got a month left, but
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll jump on to something else. I don't want to keep dragging everyone down. I know bad news isn't always good for
That's like
these types of
Benny.
things.
Every time Benny shows up to our spaces, except for this past week, which
It was good.
I made that little joke and he laughed. But yeah, so you got to watch the spaces. I'm not going to give you the inside on
Yeah,
that.
and we actually have the spaces on a video now. So you guys, if you guys miss it, don't worry. We're gonna post them every single week. I record it while I do the show, and then I post it up there. So not always the best quality because I'm in the show. I can't like listen to it as I'm going, but I'm getting better and better at them. They're getting better. So anyway, Polygon and AVAX join in on the inscription tokens. This is a big old copycat. This is a big old.
You had an interesting take on this.
Yeah.
But I'll show kind of my screen here. So this guy Ethan, whoever he is, thank you for allowing me to use this post because I'm using it.
It's not by choice.
But just to give him credit though, at ETH X and Ethan ETHAN on X.com. So basically, this website is chain-20.xyz. If you go to it, then you can see it says here our platform enables you to create and manage BRC20 like tokens across various EVM compatible chains. Experience a seamless process to deploy your mint your digital tokens on networks like AVAX, CeeLo, what was that, Gnosis, and more, right? But I know Polygon also did their own thing without using this site. And so it's just, to me, it's very interesting. You can see the AVAX inscription. So it's interesting that, like, more and more chains are trying to do this. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I love the idea of inscriptions. Like that's why I'm huge over here. I think that's amazing. You kind of like take it away from the smart contract and kind of dig it into the chain itself, dig it into the AVAX token or Matic token. I think it's complete bullshit that they're copying Bitcoin because it's a money grab. Because it's just something that they're hoping people come over and they use the chain more because those chains are ghost chains. Nobody uses those chains. I mean, you could say gaming and stuff like that, but over the last couple of weeks, Bitcoin's been number one, right? We're going to go over that in a little bit, but it's taken everything. So they're hoping for a boost on their Amazon Web Service chains, and they're trying to get away from the Amazon Web Service chains. But I do think that people love being early, and I do think that some money will come from ordinals and go to these chains because people love being early. And if you made, let's just say, $5,000 on a coin, you potentially take that over there, and being early could potentially make life-changing gains. So that's one thing that I'm kind of expecting as well.
Yeah, but so for me, I'm bullish about this because the whole principle behind BRC20 is first, right? And inscriptions in general, ordinals and all that. So I think that with that being said, like everybody used to look at ETH as like the originator of DeFi. Now people are looking at Bitcoin as the originator of OrdFi or whatever you want to name this, right? Inscription tokens, right? And from an overall perspective, if you eventually eliminate the smart contract integration, token integration, you eliminate like 90% of the rugs that take place, right? In terms of there's 10% of a slow rug, which is just basically them selling it off, but you at least can't extract liquidity from the project, right? Through the smart contract. So I think that makes it safer. But then overall, like I said, they will look at Bitcoin is set the standard. And when you always set the standard, you always come back to it and it always gets the most liquidity at some point. Like the meme season with Ethereum, this past summer, like they skipped Arbitrum, Polygon, AVAX, all these other chains that were so much cheaper gas wise, which you would think, it makes more sense to launch a meme there. No, everybody wanted to pay like $50-$80 for gas to buy like 100 tokens.
That's true. Yeah, I definitely see your point. So curious to see what happens next. So
yeah.
All right. You want to jump over to the BRC 420 market?
Yeah. Before that, though, should we show the volume of chains real quick?
Yeah, definitely. Let's get
Do we
into that.
have
That's
that in
actually a
there?
perfect.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got it. So Bitcoin king of NFT volume. So there's a caveat to this, but let me show you. So during the spring and summer, Ordinals was a big deal, but we were always in that number 2 spot, no matter how high we got, right?
Yeah.
And finally, we passed Ethereum this run up, and this is amazing. This is crazy. If you look at the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is number 1. Now, the caveat is they do include BRC20s as they're considered NFTs because they're inscriptions in this count. But even if you extract that out, I'm pretty sure we're going to be higher because if you look at number 1, 37, almost 38 million in 24-hour volume versus Ethereum, which is 7 million, right? So that's a 30 million, almost a 31 million difference.
It's huge, man.
That
Absolutely insane.
we're not only like celebrating because we took over that spot, we're dominating, right? In terms of
Yeah.
like the 24-hour. And then if you look at the wash, this is even better. So like that's with almost like near to 0% wash trading, right?
Yeah.
So
And then with 38% on Ethereum.
yeah, I mean
Crazy.
that's because of Blur and the points, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why like I hope something like that never comes to Bitcoin, just
Yeah.
because it's just such a it cannibalizes itself,
Yeah.
and it just yeah. So anyways, then let's move to the 7-day.
Yeah.
7-day, we've never been number 1. I think maybe 24-hour we might have like barely and then like lost it.
Yeah.
But 7-day, I mean 7 days, that's a week. That's a lot of
Yeah.
more data. The more data, the more conviction.
Yep.
So 101 million over on the 7-day 24-hour volume than Ethereum.
Yeah.
And
And
then
it's saying that the wash trading for Ethereum on a 7-day is 49%. Like that's insane.
39%.
Wash in USD over left. Yeah. See it?
Oh, 40. Yeah. It went down 49%. So
Oh, okay. I got you.
about $46 million of it though. So, yeah. So it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, if you just look at that, it's just, we're just trending in the right directions, right? Which
Sure.
also this could kind of go to your argument earlier about we need a healthy pullback, right? Because
Yeah.
everything looks so good. And then if you look at the 30-day, which is the month, we're catching up for
Right
the
there,
month because we
man.
were so far behind
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, right? So, but we'll see what happens. Like obviously we're celebrating our wins, and I want to make something clear though. I don't want this isn't to like throw this into people that are on Ethereum face because I don't want it to become that. I think there was a part of me
I
that
do.
was that, but like at the end of the day, like I don't want to celebrate other people's like losses or anything like that. But I
I
am
do.
proud as hell of the Ordinal and Bitcoin space. Just
Yeah.
because that's a huge accomplishment, right?
Yeah. I do. I want to shove it in their face all damn day. I want to give them the big old middle finger and back in the day it used to be a wrestling thing where you put your arms up like this and you put them down like that. I'm not sure what that is, but that's something that I want to say to them as well.
Yep. I mean, hey, we're doing good. That's all that matters in my opinion. But all right. What was next?
To go into the BRC 420 marketplaces. Or let's
Yeah.
want to go into tap first.
Yeah, let's do tap first.
Let's do tap first. Sounds good.
Okay.
So tap tokens are finally tradable. They are on Ordinals wallet if you do not know. They just dropped out of Benny had no idea. He woke up one morning and seen that Ordinals wallet did. That was a huge hit to in my opinion to Santi and those guys. But then when I really started to think about it, Santi's building the tap exchange, tap that exchange. But in reality, it's not. To me, it's a bigger push for those guys, if anything else, because now they potentially have a reason to work harder and get this exchange out. And we had a conversation with Based on Tap, or I guess they're base pad now. They basically said the same thing, like having a full exchange that only does the tap tokens is going to be a lot bigger than Ordinals Wallet. But we can trade tap tokens now, and there's value, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it definitely caught everybody by surprise. It was like a sneaky post that someone just did, and then like I was like, no way. If this is true, then this smart move by Ordinals Wallet for one.
Yep.
I do want, I hope that they can make the UI more sleek and more easy and just transparent to use. I feel like it needs to be better, but hey, at least like you said, at least there's some volume there to where people are trading. And I can pull up a little bit of this. You can see if you just go to the Ordinals Wallet homepage, you can search like the tap token here in this freeform search up here. But if you scroll down, you can see recent collections. They're all here. So BTC, there's actually a tap BTC token, but there's no volume there. And it's weird. It's like, I'm wondering, is it because, 36 cents is pretty high on a 21 million supply. So it's because people don't want to get rid of them for cheap. Usually start off at like 0.001 or something really cheap just to sell them. But I think people are trying to hold until the demand is better, right?
Yeah.
Bitmap, you can see the Bitmap token here as well. There's 4 sales on that, so there has been some sales, but it's down to 8 cents. Is the floor price. If you look at the ones that have sold, you're looking at 0.008 was the last sale today. But we'll see if these start to pick up. We got Biddle here. Santee token has a couple sales, I think 2 sales here. Floor is 9 cents. And Ordfi and Gib are the two most the highest volume. So Ordfi, let's go there first. There's been 2.38 Bitcoin in total volume here. There is the floor price is 6 cents, and I believe Ordfi's total supply, I want to say, is 21 million, but let me confirm that. 21 million. So 6 cents. So you're looking at, that's not a horrible floor. I feel like 6 cents is okay, comparative to like the BRC 21 million tokens like WE and Zing and stuff. You got to start somewhere. And then the big one right now in terms of total volume is Gib, and it's 4.3 Bitcoin there. So 179 sales. Goodness.
Yo, that said infinity for a second. Did you see that? When you first went to it, it said infinity under floor price. But
it's crazy. So 2 cents is the floor. I know that Gib had 665,000 or million token supply, but then Benny burned 90% of it. So it's at like
66 million, right?
66 million. But at 2 cents is not bad.
No, not bad at all.
What's your feel on the overall? Like, is this something that's good? Should they have done this, or do you think like it's gonna set like a bad expectation because there's not a ton of volume, or do you feel like this is good because it's at least you can trade?
Well, at least you can definitely, to your point, like at least you can trade, obviously. But to me, it's like it's one of those things where I wanted to buy these tokens, but I'd have to hit Shep up in the track Discord, and it was just
OTC.
hard, right? OTC. I don't like the whole point of Bitcoin and stuff is not trusting anyone. So for Ordinals Wild to put this together, I'm so thankful. But I'm not selling anything I minted. I don't think the volume is there. I feel like I can get these for a lot more. And I right now I count everything as 0. All those text inscriptions that we did 2 months ago, I wasn't able to trade them, so I wasn't counting them in my portfolio at all. So to me, it's all 0 until potentially something like Ordfi now, where I'm holding potentially a good amount in dollar value. So but there's other tokens that we minted that still look like 0 because there's no volume. So to me, once they start gaining volume, once they start gaining sales,
demand,
kind of see in demand, then I can kind of start adding value to them and potentially putting them in my portfolio as something that actually exists. But right now it's the same. I'm not really looking into that at all. So I'm just very thankful for them to do it. Still waiting on Santi and in the tap exchange. So that's something. And so I want to get in something really quickly. So Santi put out a post like, "Hey, the one token or something isn't our token. We didn't launch it." And I went on there like me, and I said, "Yeah, that's right. You guys don't launch anything." And he was upset, and that wasn't my intention. My intention was for him to kind of like hit back at me and be like, we're gonna blow minds with this exchange. It's gonna be worth the wait or something, right? And but he didn't say anything back, and I felt like I felt bad about that. But my intention as Ordinal Revolution is to kind of get fire underneath people, right? So and kind of give me something to talk about, so I can pump them up for them. And nothing came from it, so that was just my intention. I didn't mean anything towards it. So Santi, I apologize for coming at your project saying you guys don't launch anything, but it wasn't my intention to fud yous. It was my intention to kind of light a fire. But
yeah, and I think that that's I think that's big of you to do that and apologize on the show. And the thing is that everybody's different. We're all human, and so people are going to take things differently. I think at the end of the day, it's like for me, I always try to say okay, give the benefit of the doubt. Like this person wasn't intentionally trying to like talk down on me or anything like that. And just go to them personally and say, hey man, what'd you mean by that or whatever. Right. So that's it though. But like, that's why I love the community. Communication is good with the Ordinal community, so yeah, I'm excited to see what they got, at the end of it's supposed to be at the end of this year. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Definitely. Yep. So yeah. All right, let's get into the markets. It's looking like so now we're gonna add some markets to our market update. We're gonna add, obviously we just went over the Ordinals wallet marketplace. Now we're gonna head over to the BRC 420 marketplace. We are really bullish on what they are building over here, and their number one thing is this blue box, right?
Yeah, so the blue box is down a little bit. I think that's one thing that if I could suggest anything for BRC20's marketplace is just to have like a percentage increase or decrease, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But yeah, so it was it got down to like 1,000, and then now it's at 1129, but it was back up to like 1250 earlier, or I think late last night. So it's kind of ranging between 1,000 and like 1,300 right now, right? So I think there's going to have to be some more like bitmap style news, like the wrapped bitmap token news that Recursive Verse had dropped. I think that was really big, stuff like that. So this is the leading listing for sure. If you look at the next one, well, let's look at the holder count. So 2639, it's a 10,000 supply. So I think these are important analytics, right? Holder counts and total supply. And then let's go to Bitmap Town, because this is another one that has been really kind of catching some momentum. So this asset actually includes like 611 assets that you could, like furniture, TV, stuff like that, stuff to build out your bitmap in the bitmap.rcsv world. So I know I'm kind of bullish on this. I don't know how it's going to react, but it has 1,400 holders, 1,409. Same supply as the Blue Cube, 10,000. It did deploy earlier this month on the 3rd. And it's been fluctuating. So like I think the mint cost was like $25. It got up to 50, then it went back down to like 30, and then now it's back to 50. So I think once more demand comes into play for people building out their bitmaps on that world, this will probably flow with that.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah,
I'm huge with them. What is that? $51? It just seems really fair. For the stuff you can do with this. All right. So that's one thing that's different about over here than anywhere else is you can go play with everything that you buy in their metaverse, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So this is a download, but this actually gives you what is it? 611 like assets to use in the metaverse. You can build stuff and have some fun in your little metaverse. And I think people don't understand that yet.
Yeah. So once that kind of starts to catch, I think, and then also a little bit of degeneracy probably will happen as these prop up a little bit. Then you have Bitoshi's number 3, I guess, in volume here. So dang, he's at $350. So this, the deployment mint was, I want to say it was like 13 bucks, 14 bucks. So this one's up. That's why, and also like, guys, learn if you're into a creator or something and you want to add stuff to this marketplace, you just need to learn how to do it. It's not that hard. I think we're gonna try to put together a tutorial video on it. So that's what we did. We did Photoshop and then deployed our avatars ourselves. So I'm gonna go through just the top 5 here, and then Meta Rats is next at $32. this is like I think a main character here, maybe a pet, and then you have the Pedizen Zero, which is the Satoshi's pet. It's at $54. Pepe Zero is at $5. I think it was like 50 cents to mint.
Yeah.
And those are the top 5 in terms of volume, right? So, like I said, learn it and then you know, create something yourself if you want.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's pretty cool. You still have R tokens here. I think I'm on the second page now. I'm not fully minted. I was gonna probably take a while, slow mint, but the holder base is definitely growing. So we're at 10 holders, 10 total holders, but 55 out of 3,000.
Damn, you sold 55? Wow.
Yeah, out of 3,333 have been minted. And I think someone actually pulled the trigger on Shizzy, even though he priced himself on accident so high. Are you on
I missed the
5?
0 when minting. No, putting my price. It was supposed to be the same price as Yagobi's, but it is not. It is now.
Where are you?
Page 4. Page 4.
Okay.
Go up.
There he is. Yeah. Someone else picked him up. Yep. So two total resident Shizzies out there, 2 holders. So pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, so that is BRC 420 market update. Yep. Since I already have my screen up, might as well just jump over to the BRC 20 weekend market update.
Showing you guys the most updated prices as always.
Yes. Let me refresh this in case. Okay, so top 24 hours, Sats number 1 up 2.49%. Let's see. So to get, go ahead.
I was thinking about Sats a little bit, and I think if everything else goes down, I think Sats goes up still because because like when the swap opens, you're gonna be dumping your, let's just say your crap tokens, your foxes and your cats and stuff into Sats, right? So what's that going to do when the market goes down? Bitcoin potentially goes up.
That is very true, man. That is very true.
So potentially you can be dumping into Sats. Yeah. And I thought about this long and hard, and I was like, market goes down, Sats goes up. Market goes up, Sats goes down.
Possibly, yeah. So to get 100 billion is kind of what we've always done the mark for. You'd be paying $17,855.
Yep.
So up 2.49% in the past 24 hours. Track is down 8.13%, sitting at $2.92. So maybe a good entry for myself. And then Rats is down 8.51%. To get 100 million Rats is going to be $7,700. And that's the top 3 right there. All right, we're going to kind of move through these pretty fast because as you could see on my update too, it was a very cold day. TURT, I believe this is short for turtle, is down 22%. DFSN is down 17.33%.
Yeah.
CSAS, it's so hard to say this one. It's up 41%. This is a new one, so keep your eye on this one. Row Up. So your boy Lazy Ninja, he called Roll Up 2 days ago. It jumped up like 200%, but then it's taken a big dump today, the past 24 hours. So, you know, you got to always remember something go up, something come down, something go down, something come up. If not always come up unless it's like crap. But anyways, Ordi is down 5.74% and it's sitting at $22.59. It's been hanging out in this range, anywhere between 22 and 24 bucks. BMP, this is the new bitmap token, so you can claim your BMP tokens on a website, but we're just being very cautious about connecting our wallets because we don't want to lose any bitmaps. Not saying that's what happened. I've actually seen people say they got their bitmaps, nothing happened, but you're an adult. So this is down 73%, probably because everybody's selling it. Makes sense. STST is down 37.5%. 4, this is a new one I saw. It's down 33%. Obviously a play on CZ. MMSS is up right at 70%. GHSY. So this is a new one. This one actually has a pretty cool thing. I want to show this real quick. So I have not bought into this token or anything, but There's 33,333,333 total supply. So not that much over the standard 21 million. It's at 2 cents. And they are supposedly like a bridge that you can cross over from cross chain. And they actually have an application out, which is crazy. I'm showing you right now. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. This is not advice to go to this website or anything, but they do have an application here, though, it seems, But hey, look, I remember during the first BRC20 rush up, everybody was saying that, hey, we have the swap solved and stuff, and it was just all fake graphics and stuff.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
So, but that's not, I don't think that's what they're doing, but just do your own research. Wanted to show, let people know that they have a website and stuff.
It could just be all front end and no back end, so just be careful.
Exactly. So just do your own due diligence. We're here for resources. That's it. Cats is down 33.58%. They had a big jump up yesterday, so not surprised there. Domo is up 46.78%. Fuchs is up 8.33%. OXBT is back to swing trading again, as I mentioned before. If it was sleeping for 2 days, had no movement on the market cap. It had a pretty big jump up. It's up 38% on the day for the price. BTCS is down 11.92%. Bear is down 19.65%. RCSV is up 51.97%. Remember, this is not the official token for Recursive Verse. Honk is up 10%. BISO is down 6.77%. And Igly is up 50%.
So many new tokens I don't even recognize from freaking September to October. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. And for those that are are thinking about that too, so many new tokens. Best way to really, or not best way, this is how I do it to research, is plug this into x.com, see if you get any, do a $ and then the letters, and make sure it's BRC20s and stuff like that, and just do research into them, right? Because there's a lot of people, I know the Chinese community loves just to launch like numbers and random stuff. And they control a lot of the BRC20 market, as we mentioned.
I agree.
That is the BRC20 weekend market update.
And I will share my screen here. All right. So we got I like to do the 7-day. Actually, let me give this a quick refresh. Whoop. What is going on? Don't want that to happen. What is going on here? Hold up. My bad, guys. I hit F1 when I should have hit F11. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen here. All right, so we are refreshed now. One more time just to make sure. Don't need this up anymore. All right, so we got Bitcoin Frog sitting at 0.14899. Somebody is trying to mess around here. They don't want to put 145 or anything. They like to put 189. It must be something right there as well. Let me just jump into it real quick. Yeah. Okay, so they're just trying to lowball here. 1477 now up in here. So hump back to Magic Eden. Bitmap sitting at 0.00183. This was at 0.002 early this morning. Goosenoodle is sitting at 0.0268. Goosenoodle's got all the way up to about 0.04. I think that is their new high. Very proud of what the base community has done with this project. They have something special cooking. If we talked about it in our alpha video. If you're interested in learning about that, you can definitely check out our alpha videos if you join as a membership. Ordinal Maxima is sitting at 0.248. This thing's been between 1.6 and 2.4 the last month. I think this is the high for the monthly high. Bitcoin Punk sitting at 0.0485. MNCHRMS. What the hell is this? Do you know what this is?
I don't know, man. But I think it's been out for a minute. Yeah, I think it's been out for a minute. I think that artist from I think he did something in Prince.
Did he? Okay.
I think so, but not 100% sure on it.
Heading back to Magic Eden. All right, so we have the whales. Congratulations, whale holders, man. You guys are doing amazing. Sitting at 0.0057. Ordi Rats. So I got some I don't know about alpha on this, but I got some news from this. So apparently it was the guy who runs MagicSat. He bought a crap ton of these things.
Oh yeah, I remember
Quarry.
that.
Yeah, so I heard Quarry. That's how I really got kicked off with this, and he's sold some recently, but this got up to 0.02, man. It's pretty crazy.
Better
I
than
think
anybody ever thought it would do. I'll tell you that.
way better than anyone ever thought it would do. Congratulations, Ordy Rats holders. Doge Punk sitting at 0.006. I'm wondering why they had come up here. Misprint sitting at 0.0199. I like that. I like that they're there. That's pretty cool. Bitcoin Bear Cubs. I was actually looking to get into this one. Hopefully maybe get a little bit more of a dip on here and pick some of those up. And then Mutant Punk sitting at 0.0159. Yeah, so that is it. Let me hop over to check out the bitmaps really quick. If you wanted a let's see categories. If you wanted a 1-digit bitmap, be paying around 3 Bitcoin. If you wanted a 2-digit bitmap, paying around 0.7 of a Bitcoin. And I heard this is something you're gonna do, right? You're gonna be buying one of these.
We'll see.
3-digit bitmaps, something that I want to get 0.049. 4-digit bitmap sitting at around 0.021, and a 5-digit bitmap. Yeah, the 4s are doing really good. Right? What was that?
0.021. Is that what you said?
It's a 3, and then we'll
0.021. So that's $767
for a 4. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
A 5 is sitting at around 0.00275. So yeah, that is your Magic Eden update. You have anything else that we didn't go over? I think that's a
well. I mean, like so everybody knows if you follow me on Twitter, you know I have my PFP is a Bitcoin Maxi. It's one of the very first. It's one of the very first Ordinal projects I bought into, and so I do know that like the original founder did switch over the controls over to a community member, and so I am getting a little bit bullish on it. You know, it's weird. I've used it with my branding, and I kind of can't let go of it, man. There's been multiple times to where I'm like, you know, wanting to switch to a frog because I have a sick Hitman frog, and I'm just like, I feel like the community, man. There's a strong community over here. So, you know, you can see it's starting to pick back up the volume here, like 31 minutes ago, 37 hours. So somebody's coming in and sweeping. I don't know if it's China or whoever, but this got down to like, I want to say like literally $2.
Yeah.
But it's now 0.00085. How much is that? That's like $40 or something, or 30.
0.85. So 0.1 would be
$31. $31. So this might be something good just to check out. Bitcoin Maxis. You can go to Magic Eden, check them out. Yeah. I'm still repping my PFP and my Bitcoin Maxi Zombie.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like close to my heart. Like there's times I was like, this thing's $2, man. I was like, but it's not about that. You know, it's what you connect to. So
100%. Yeah, I agree. And Ben, so that's the thing too. Your PFP defines you, right? So if you want to be a $2 PFP, I just kidding. Now you're a $40 PFP,
or
right?
if you want to be part of the movement that turns that $2 PFP into a $2,000 PFP or $20,000 PFP. Now, I mean, like, hey, look, Bitcoin Maxis. I think it's a kind of a play on it too, because there's like laser eye ones. There's like the Saudis where you have like the head wrap and stuff like that, and so. You know, I think it's cool. So
I agree.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
So, what are you thinking for this week? I mean, we already kind of went into it a little bit. What are you doing with your plans? And you know, Thanksgiving is Thursday, right? So
yeah, man. I'm actually happy that the holidays are here, just because my in real life job. Like, I feel like this is my in real life job, like what I want it to be. I mean, if my manager's listening, of course, I'm totally dedicated to that side. But you know, I feel like I'm trying to play things very smart, you know, like how you talked about, you know, make sure I have some liquidity to deploy, you know, in my wallet. And guys, we are in just the beginning parts of the season that's coming up the next year and a half, right? That thing that might be telling you, hey, I might miss out or whatever, or telling me that, I am trying to eliminate that and say, there's going to be so many more opportunities, right? 100%. Now there comes a point where there's not going to be so many more opportunities, but like, I think the more experience, time in the market is better than timing the market, but you
Yep.
still got to time it a little bit, right? Like you
I
got to
agree.
time it a little bit. So
Yeah. Yep. So it's up to you. You can hold to the end. I'm sure everything will be up a lot from that point, or you can try and be a trader, and it doesn't always work out for everybody. So that's your decision as a human, as an adult, as a as an investor, because technically that's what we are. If people don't like it or not, saying I remember one guy in Spaces once was like, "You guys aren't investors, you're gambling." I disagree. I think that we are investors. We are putting money into projects that we think that could do really well and do a lot of big things for this society and what we live in, right? So
yeah,
obviously things like rats and stuff like that, potential gamble because it's a meme coin, but there is also projects in here that that potentially could change the world.
yeah, exactly. It's just that we don't give investment advice at all.
No,
But
nothing.
you know what we're doing is for ourselves, and you
Yeah,
know, you guys are grown adults, and we just want to be here for you guys in
yeah,
terms of resources and for research
yep.
purposes on it.
And just so you guys don't know, we have a member group. If you go to YouTube, there's a little join button. You hit that. It's $9.99, nothing crazy, and it's not even about the money for us. Obviously, we can get 1,000 members. That'd be amazing. But it's really just about trying to give you guys some token gated alpha that we don't want everyone to hear about. So it's just
Yeah,
something.
and it's not that we're trying to keep like all this, like this is not like insider stuff. This is just
No, it's
like
not.
how we think from our personal
Yeah.
approach.
Yep.
Shizzy and I have different approaches, by the way.
Way
Like
different. Yeah.
we're not on the same, we don't have the same plan for things, you know. But we don't ever want you guys to feel like, hey, like we're trying to keep stuff from the community. Our channel is here for you guys.
Yeah.
But this is just like I think a commitment, a dedication, and support from both sides, right? Like you guys showing it, and we appreciate that more than anything. You know, we're
And
still gonna go ahead.
yeah, it's behind the scenes as well. It's stuff that like we don't want to bring out to here because we don't want it to be taken the wrong way. So being put in there, we know that you're a you're very sorry, you're very into this type of stuff. That's why you're paying for it. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yep. So
All right, man. I have a parade to go to today. What are you doing today? Watching football,
uh
chilling?
yeah, I'm just gonna watch probably some football and family time. You know, family time before the family time week.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
but yeah, we appreciate all y'all. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We have that episode, the discussion interview with the
Yep.
base pad with tap protocol tokens and stuff like that. And then this next week, our weekly update, is it going to still be the same day, Wednesday?
I mean, Wednesday's probably the best, right?
Yeah, still good.
So
So look out for that. And
yeah.
we appreciate y'all, man.
Yep, definitely. You'll probably have a few less videos this week. We'll probably just have the Monday video, the Wednesday video, and then we'll probably just take off until about Friday or Saturday. We do have a very special guest on Friday. Really something really amazing that they're building, and that could really help this Ordinal marketplace. So look in for that. But that probably won't get put out until Friday night. Well, are we going live Friday night? It's something we'll talk about.
Yeah. We'll post it on our Twitters. So just
All right,
make sure
guys.
that you just pay attention to that. Y'all take it easy.
See you guys. Peace.
Peace.